In this video, I'm going to go over the process of setting up custom collision responses for the Quest Map Pro actors. Now, there's a couple of reasons you want to do this. If we open up the character helper here, this is the actor that has spawned onto your character. You can see that there's a number of collision volumes here. So we've got one for discovering things, one for landmarks, and that's all used to detect the specific actors that Quest Map Pro uses. Now, in a densely populated scene with a lot of actors, each of these triggers is going to trigger an overlap with every single one of those actors. And that can actually hurt performance a bit. I've already had a couple of customers reach out and have performance issues, and this was the fix every time. So this isn't so much a bug with Quest Map Pro, it's just an extra step that needs to be done in a lot of cases. Additionally, you might have an actor that's set up to overlap the character or to trigger when the character pawn overlaps with it, and these will actually trigger that because they're attached to the character pawn. So that's not ideal. So we're going to go through the process of fixing that. In order to do that, it's really easy. You want to jump into your project settings, and the first step we need to do is to make a new collision channel. So we go to Engine Collision, and under Object Channels, we click New Object Channel, and we just give it a name. So I'm going to just call it Quest Map Pro. You can call it whatever you want. Just make sure you take note of what you call it because you'll need to use it. So set the default response to ignore and hit accept. Should just look like this. So that's done. We can close that, and we want to go into the World Objects folder. So that's Content, Quest Map, Blueprints, Actors, World Objects. Now for every single actor in here except for the travel point, we need to change some volume settings. So to hit Control A to select all, and then just hold Control and click on the travel point, and then enter, we can open them all up at once. And we're going to go through and set the settings on the collision volume. So in the BP Quest Map Pro Waypoint actor, we want to change the discovery volume. We're going to scroll down till we find the collision section. It will probably look like this. Click on the expand arrow here, and for collision presets, we just want to set this to custom. And then we want to change the object type to Quest Map Pro. That's it for that one. So if you hit compile and save, we can close the waypoint actor. For BP Quest Map Pro Quest, we want to change the quest area collision. Same deal, scroll down to collision, make sure presets is expanded, click on custom, and set the object type to Quest Map Pro. And we want to repeat this process for all of these. So in BP Quest Map Pro POI, we want to do the overlap trigger, collision presets to custom, object type to Quest Map Pro. Now the next one is the landmark, and there's actually two here. So if you hold Control and just select both, you can do them both at the same time. Under collision presets, set that to custom and set the object type to Quest Map Pro. And then finally, we want to go to hidden object, overlap trigger, and we want to scroll down to collision, set this to custom, and object type to Quest Map Pro. Just one additional thing here, I was just checking something, and I noticed that the landmark actor, these two volumes actually need to be changed a little bit here. So set camera to ignore, world static to ignore, and physics body, vehicle, and destructible to ignore. This shouldn't matter with the new setup, but just to ensure that that should have been the settings you guys will have in your actors. So I'm just going to make sure it matches here. Once that is done, the next step is to go to our helper actors and open up the character helper. Now in here, we just want to select all of these trigger volumes. So click on the first one, hold shift and click on the last one, scroll down, and under collision presets, again, we want to set this to custom, and we want to set collision response to ignore on all of them, except for Quest Map Pro, we set that to overlap. And that is it. Once that is done, just hit play, we'll make sure everything's working. So we've got this landmark over here is not discovered, so let's head over to that one and make sure we discover it. Yep, there we go. So everything is still working, but this will stop the actors, the character helper actor, from interacting with anything else in your level except for the Quest Map Pro actors. Hopefully that helps. If you have any more issues regarding performance or anything else, please feel free to reach out and I'll do my best to help. Thank you very much for watching and best of luck with your development.